Here's the answer for day one. Use the graphing calculator to solve the system of equations and sketch the window. So I have the calculator on the screen. You can see that for y1, I've inputted the first equation, for y2, the second equation in the system. Now I'm going to push graph, and it draws both lines. The intersection of the two lines is the solution of the system. It shows the value of x and y that solves both equations. The lines intersect in this position right here, but with the current standard window settings, it's a little hard to see the spot exactly. It does kind of look like it's lined up with 1 on the x-axis and 1 on the y-axis. So we think the answer might be 1, 1. Now you could take those values and substitute into both equations in the system to make sure that they solve the equations. Another thing you can do to be a little more accurate is to zoom in on this section of the graph. And then you might be able to see more clearly exactly where that point of intersection is. But we're not going to do either of those. We're going to have the calculator tell us where the point of intersection is. To do that, push second, and then calculate, which is the same button as trace, and choose choice 5, which is intersect. There's now a blinking cursor on the screen. We're going to use the cursor arrows to position that blinking cursor as close to the intersection point as we can. So I'm going to push the right arrow, and you'll notice the blinking cursor moving down close to the intersection. Then push enter. Now there's a blinking cursor that's on the second line. Move it as close to the intersection as possible. It's already in a good spot. And push enter. Then one more time, put the cursor right at the intersection and push enter. Notice in the bottom left corner it prints the word intersection, and it says x equals 1 and y equals 1. The calculator has told us the solution of the system is 1, 1. Now let's sketch this graph into the rectangle. Here's the y-axis and the x-axis. I have the standard window, so it's 10 marks in all directions. And we want to accurately draw both lines. If you're not confident you can see important points from this window right here, such as the y-intercepts and x-intercepts, you could look at the table to get some accurate x and y values. The other thing you can do is you can use your algebra knowledge looking back at the original problem and pay attention to such things as slope and y-intercept. The line that's going uphill is touching the y-axis at -1. And it has a slope of 2, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, and so on. I got that information by looking at the picture, but also by paying attention to the original equation, which is in slope-intercept form. Now let's graph the line going downhill. It touches the y-axis at +2. And its slope is -1, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, and so on. It's coming down like this. Next, there's a blinking cursor at the point of intersection located right here at 1, 1. And it has the word intersection written in the bottom left corner. It says x equals 1, and right about here it says y equals 1. Somewhere on the paper, make sure that you're finding the solution and you're writing it as an ordered pair, 1, 1.